I've recently been asked to speak to the subject of maintaining relationships with toxic people. And the one thing that I want to first start with is to ask the question, why? Why do you want to maintain a relationship with toxic people? What's the motive behind that? And sometimes what I hear is there are toxic people in my workplace, so I have to maintain a relationship with those people. Maybe it's a boss, maybe it's a landlord. Then the other one is because they're my family and we have to maintain relationships with family. So the first thing I think to speak to is back to the basics of living in consciousness is the reason you think those things are true. The reason that motivates us to believe and have and hold strong to those beliefs that we have to maintain relationships with certain people. There is nothing written in stone that says we have to maintain relationships with our family members. If our family members are harmful, hurtful, toxic people, we have the right at any time to choose not to interact in that relationship. We're not obligated to have relationships with anyone. Relationships are a choice, and if we continue to put ourselves in situations where we are interacting with toxic people and it is harmful to us, then we really need to look at our belief pattern, our belief system. Why do we feel so obligated in that situation? Because we don't have to. And once you get beyond that, then you know relationships are a choice. Then you can move on to things like the boss at work, if the boss is toxic or some of the coworkers are toxic. I want to also say there, where we work is also a choice. I know many times when I speak to people, I hear them saying things like, I have to go to work, I don't have a choice, there's not an option, I must, they force me. And that language tells me that people are speaking from a belief pattern that drives them to believe there is no other option, there is no other alternative. When it comes to jobs, I know that you don't want to just walk out of a job. I know that being able to pay bills and being able to eat, those are all really important things. But when you do look at it, you really do have a choice about where you work, how you work, when you work, who you work with. And if you can take a look at other options to get into better situations, you might find that you're happier in other situations. However, if it is about your own belief system, my guess is no matter where you work, you're still going to run into that because a lot of that has to do with you and your belief patterns and your belief systems and what you're willing to tolerate yourself and how much toxicity you're willing to put up with and possibly even how much you bring to that dynamic. However, if we want to just talk about something simple like dealing with people who you run into once in a while but aren't a part of woven into your life. Maybe you see them at a meeting once a month and you still want to interact in that meeting. It's still a place you want to contribute. It's still a place that you enjoy going for the most part. Then there are some boundaries that have to be set. And interestingly enough, you don't have to set those boundaries with that person. You don't have to sit them down and talk to them and tell them what you're about to do, that you're going to limit your contact with them. You just have to begin doing that. And I believe that comes from what we talked about a couple of weeks ago is self-esteem, believing that you're worth setting boundaries, number one. We all have the right to protect ourselves. Not all of us have the backbone to back that up and follow through with it for fear of hurting people's feelings or what people might think about us, or whether or not that was the wrong thing to do, if that was the mean thing to do, if that was the right thing to do. If we are worthy of protecting ourselves, we feel that from our belief systems. We feel that from our inside, from our gut. So I again urge people to go back to looking at that. What is it that you believe so strongly? Why do you believe that so strongly? And how does that play a part in your life? Because not all of our beliefs are necessary for us to continue to hang on to. If we are continuing to hang on to beliefs that maybe we learned when we were 5, 6, 7 years old and they worked just fine for us then, And they work fine in the systems and the structures and the places that we went then. But now we're 30 or we're 25 or we're 80 and we still have that belief and it's not working for us any longer. Then we have to take a look at giving ourselves the break in letting some of those belief patterns go and believing new things for ourselves. And does that take time? Absolutely. It takes a consciousness every day to stand up, to wake up and say, I'd like to do it differently today. I owe this to myself to do it differently today. And the people that I interact with that might feel some tension from the new boundary that I'm setting, they're going to have to deal with that themselves. And it doesn't have to be an aggressive thing, and sometimes words never even have to be spoken. That family member who comes around once a week and asks for money, and each time they ask for money with a promise that it's going to be different this time, or perhaps they ask for the money with an expectation that you're just supposed to give it to them because you're their mom and they're 50 years old and you're still giving them money and they have a job, they just don't manage money well, and you continue to give them the money. You've set up a system and a pattern telling them that behavior is okay. So when you stop doing that, and when you decide not to enable that behavior anymore, and you decide not to give in and give any money again, then there will probably be some resistance. However, it's your right, and you have the right to say no, just like you have the right to say yes. If that's what you want to do, and you're comfortable with it, and you're not being harmed, and that's how you want to live your life, then that's okay too. If you'd like to fund your child for the rest of their lives, that's completely okay if it's okay with you. It becomes uncomfortable and it becomes an issue whenever it's not okay with you and you continue to do it anyway.